Hey, what's going on, IGN? This is Bryce Ayers. You can also call me Keston. If you don't like calling me either one of those two, you can call me B-Nazty. That's my gamer tag. But yeah, I'm here. I am 29 years old. I live in Los Angeles, California. And I'm hoping to join the IGN team at some point, hopefully. But yeah, a little about me and why I want to join the team, why I want to join IGN. I've always loved coming to you guys and learning from you guys, especially when it comes to like I've learned so much more about video games than what's just on like the surface level of just basically buying a game, slapping a disc in the console and playing it. I've learned so much of like how to review a game, how to, historically go about learning what the history of certain like consoles or history of certain games, going about how politics and economics or politics and the economy just is, especially now, is really affecting how we play games and how we approach even buying games, even just the way games are being made nowadays. It's kind of it's a weird, huge process to try to make and develop games nowadays, and I've learned a lot of that from watching you guys, and I want to be able to share that same learning perspective that I've gotten from you and be able to pass along to any other fellow gamer that would want to learn the same thing. So but yeah, and I think with my willingness to learn, my determination, and just my passion just for video games, and not even just games, but movies, TV, all different forms of entertainment. Like I believe I would be a great fit for the team. And as far as you want to just know a little about me, especially if you just want to know the gamer side, I am a bit of a Sony pony. Can't lie about that. But it's kind of hard when you grew up on PS1 and PS2 games, so it's kind of hard to break out of that when you have one of the greatest gaming lineups of all time. But yeah, and like I said, I'm a Sony pony. I've had pretty much every PlayStation system you could think of. But I've also owned like Xbox 360. Was it all the Game Boys I owned? I had a PSP, even PS Vita. Was it had a Wii at one point? Did I have anything else? And no, nothing else recently. But I've also been getting back into PC gaming. So, well, not back into it, but I kind of started it not too long ago. So I'm kind of getting into that realm as well. And as far as like my favorite games, like growing up, being a big Sony head, I was like really into like the Ratchet and Clank series. I really loved Jak and Daxter. I really loved, what was it? God of War. God of War arguably might be my favorite, especially when it just comes to Kratos as a protagonist. I love his story. I love his arc as a character, especially after these past two iterations of God of War that have came out. I love every single minute of it. And I'm not to say that he hasn't came up with one of the hardest lines in gaming, which is "Death can have me when it earns me." And you can't tell me otherwise. That is not the greatest line ever created in gaming. But that's just my bias. I know there's plenty of other masterpieces that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have had that I'm not afraid to go out and go play. And that's one thing about me. I love playing video games no matter what. But yeah, that's a little about me. And I don't really have too much else to say because I only got 5 minutes on this. But hopefully you like what you see, and hopefully I can join the team at some point. Who knows? But anyways, catch you guys later. Peace out.